This is JP, BBC Podcast, doing another ladies episode.
Oh, baby, you so juicy. Juicy. Yeah, yeah. Do you mind if I slide? You like the way I work you out. I don't mind if you tease me now. My lady, you deserve a crown now. I like it when you take it to the ground. Do your dance, mommy. Yes. Honey, I like the way you work for me. The way you move your ass got me going down. You got it, girl, you got it.
So let's introduce our lovely ladies. Start off with whoever wants to talk first.
You can go first.
So pretty much your age, your name, location, and dating status.
Okay. My name is Brandy Ashley. I am 24 years old. I currently live in Fresno, California. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And I am single as fuck.
What did you say your age was?
24.
24?
Yes.
What about yourself?
My name is Laura Ann. I'm 25. My birthday was actually on Thursday.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you. I'm from Fresno, and I am single.
Okay. So what made you ladies want to get on the podcast today?
I saw a few of the reels, actually, and I was, really interested in being a part of the podcast. And so I did, some conversations that you guys had regarding, experiences and relationships and just, interesting, interactions with people. Mm-hmm. So that's what made me want to,
What about you?
She's
or she just drug you?
Yeah,
with
she's like,
coming with me.
hey, I'm doing a podcast because we're also doing something else today,
Yeah.
working somewhere else today.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's like, might as well, and I was like,
yeah, let's go.
might as well.
Fuck it, YOLO.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess.
for real.
Yeah.
All right, so what are some crazy experiences you've had in the dating scene?
Crazy experience. Okay, what do you mean by crazy?
What's your definition of crazy? There's all types of crazy.
There is a lot of different types of crazy.
You got this.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
I got it. I already
she got
got
excited
it.
about that. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, let's go.
Okay, so actually my last relationship that I had, I was with the guy for 4 years, and we were actually not really high school sweethearts, but we did meet in high school. We dated freshman year for maybe 7 months. I don't count that.
Was he a friend before?
Yes, we met through a mutual friend. Yeah.
So was he in the friend zone, or was he?
He was in the friend zone, but
How long was he in the friend zone for?
It was so long ago. I don't even remember. But
What took him out of the friend zone?
that is a great question. Well, that was back in high school.
Something put him in the friend zone, and something had to take him out. So, what put him in the friend zone, and then what took him out of the friend zone?
If I could remember, he was flirting with me, and he was technically my very first boyfriend, so I didn't really have much experience in dating. But we did break up during high school, and then we reconnected after high school, and that's when we lasted longer and dated for 4 years. But my crazy story about that, he ended up cheating on me, and he got his coworker pregnant. And he broke the news to me, and I was in shock. I didn't believe it.
While you guys were still dating?
No, we were boyfriend and girlfriend already. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for 4 years. And I was just in shock. I was like, there's no way. He worked 2 jobs. How did you find the time to do that? Even I was confused. How do you find the time? But if you really want to, I guess people will make time.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he told me, she was 2 weeks pregnant.
Shit.
Yeah, and so I broke up with him right then and there, and I kicked him out.
Oh, you guys living together?
Yeah, we were living together. But this leads up to my crazy story. So he was getting his stuff out of our place that we had together, and his girlfriend somehow knew that he was coming over to pick up his stuff. So next thing you know, I'm just waiting for him to grab all his things and leave. And next thing you know, she's like banging on the front door. And I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like walking towards the door, and he's like, no, you stay there. And I'm like, what?
Don't tell me to stay there.
I know.
Right.
Like, what you mean I'm gonna, well, I mean, you know. But anyway, I did stay, and I was like, okay, like, you get the door, like, some mad person.
Man, I'm looking for the gun.
Yeah. Like, okay, someone's banging crazy at the door, like, you can die first. But yeah, it ended up being her. Somehow she found, like, where we used to live, and she was banging on the door. She was like, I know you're in there. And he was like, yeah, like, he opened the door. He was like, what are you doing here? And she was like, where's Laura? Where's Laura? I want to see her. And mind you, she's like, well, I mean, she's not that far along, but she was maybe like a month pregnant at this time. And so I was like, what the heck? I was like waiting and like listening to this whole thing. And he was like, you better leave now or I'm leaving you and that kid. And I'm like, ooh.
Oh my God.
Ruthless.
I'm like, ooh, like, that's all yours.
You can have him.
Yeah. Like, I don't want that.
At that point, I would have just been like, both y'all need to leave.
Yeah.
Both at my house. So.
No, for real.
But she was trying to fight me. Like, what you mean? Get your mans. He was trying to get his stuff out.
How are you trying to fight when you're pregnant?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're
I mean, to me, that
hormones.
just shows me what type of parent you're about to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
It was crazy. I mean, she is younger than us. He's like 1 year older than me, and she was like maybe like at the time she was 21 or 22. So.
So, what did he give you a reason why he cheated?
Well, our relationship was pretty bumpy. We had like arguments, but like it wasn't really healthy. Because when we argued, we didn't really solve the problem. Like, we kind of like forgave each other, but it was like something that kept reoccurring and like getting brought up in future arguments, which would like, I don't know, it didn't really.
Instead of solving the problem, you guys just more along just vocalized
Yeah, like it was kind of like kicked under the rug, and then you know, like, oh, it's under the rug, found it again.
Yeah.
So he, because of that, I felt like he maybe felt like he needed to find something somewhere else. And I never thought like he had the time to do it, but he did.
So let's say, name me 3 things that you think you could have did better in the relationship, and 3 things he could have did better in the relationship that you think might have actually kept you guys together.
I think being with him, I was insecure. So like, I could have been, one of the things I could have been better at would be like, maybe like not controlling, but like nagging him all the time. Cause like we did live together. So I was like, maybe like you could do the dishes for once, or like do laundry, you know, help me out.
Who paid majority of the bills?
We did 50-50.
50-50? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe another thing that I could have worked on was loving myself more. Because that like ties into the insecurity as well. He was technically my first boyfriend. We did break up, and then we got back together. I mean, we both dated other people in between that, but definitely more life experiences as well. Like, we were pretty young, so just a lot I could work on.
What about yourself? You have any crazy relationship stories?
I actually feel like I don't. Like, I was sitting here thinking, like, crazy relationships. I mean, I've been in, like, 3 relationships. They've been with girls. I date girls. So, yeah.
Just girls or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in high school, I dated a guy, but that was in high school. Look,
That didn't count.
That didn't count. But no, I would say like for me, craziest would be like for me experiencing was like I never knew like anxiety could be a thing, like separation anxiety. So I had to experience that with somebody in a relationship before, and it was like I guess that goes off of insecurities too, or I don't know what it came off of, but it was more so like when we met. Everything was good, and then it got to a point where I had to go to dance practice, to do this and this, and she's like blowing up my phone and da 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 da.
Oh, so she was more or less
like
dealing with the separation anxiety, and you were like,
and I was like, I'm trying to like I'm here for it, but like I'm
you're
actually
trying to
doing stuff for me,
Yeah.
like
it's not like you're just going to the store,
right?
Like
and
that.
then
But
for her it was just like she still couldn't like find my reasoning, not my reason, but like my mindset. I was like, I'm actually like doing stuff, and she's just like, but like she's actually going
she
crazy.
was selfish,
but like she would tell me like, and that's what I thought, but she would tell me like, no, like there's times where she's like throwing up, like she's sick to the stomach, like she needs me like right there.
Oh, that's codependency.
And she's like, this is separate. Like she was like, I like think it's like actual separation anxiety type thing.
she needs
And so that was like
counselor.
Yeah, no, that was crazy to me. But I could say we didn't, after we broke up or whatever, we came back. We did get back together years later, and it was like 10 times better. Like the anxiety was like going, and I thought she realized, because she was talking to other people, and realized like it's kind of a good thing that you're busy. Like, you know what I mean? Because like,
so what do you think changed that made it better the second time around?
I want to say maybe it was like her experimenting with other people before getting to me. Like
she had more experience.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, well, now that I think about it, this was actually something, and I was like making it into.
So do you think men and women should have experience before they decide to actually settle down or get into a serious relationship?
I just think it's like
that could go for both of you guys
on how they feel, like, because some people. But I do think experience is. I'm not gonna say it's necessary, but I think it's good to have.
Like it don't just have to be like sexual experience. It's just
right, just dating, like in general.
Yeah,
I think it's like necessary because it's like you have to learn different people. You have to go through different things, and it's like you can't get with somebody and just automatically think this is how it's gonna be. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
You got to be with this person and see how this person thinks and this person, what this person says and how this person reacts. There's so much you have to learn about people and just life in general. So it's just like, I think experience is like needed, but I'm not gonna say like you have to have this many people to date and like, you know.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I definitely agree. I feel like people need to learn, and that's what relationships are all about. Like we learn from each other and we grow as a person. I mean, some people might not grow, but you know, like you yourself, like you could work on yourself. You can't change other people, but you could learn from them. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So let's see what. So many cards to choose from.
Wait a minute. I didn't talk about the 3 things he could have worked on to keep me.
You didn't. You skipped over that. I thought you was trying to dodge the question.
No. Man, there was like a lot of things that he could have worked on. He was definitely controlling.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like it when I wore makeup. He didn't like me dressing a certain way. So I wasn't really free to be myself.
What certain way didn't he like you dressing?
Like what I'm wearing?
He wouldn't like that?
No, he would want something higher up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even have cleavage, but like...
it was still bothering him.
Yeah, he didn't want makeup on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't want me wearing certain things that like could possibly attract somebody else. He wanted me for himself, which, I mean, you know, we're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We were. Another thing, like, he could have worked on is, like, actually being a partner, helping me with, because we did 50-50 at where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
And so
like everything was 50,
yeah.
bills, the work around the
like
house,
doing-
everything.
yeah.
Everything.
Okay, that's the thing.
She's like, wait a minute.
The work around the house, that's the thing we weren't 50-50 on. He did work 2 jobs, and I mean, I worked 1 job, but I was going to school, and I still am in school, but that's technically a second job. And so he thought working 2 jobs was more how do I describe this?
It was more work than you going to school, and
which I want to say
in his head he was working harder than you.
Yeah, exactly. So he thought because I'm the woman in the relationship that I should take care of the house and on top of everything that I was doing already. And actually he did mention that he wanted to be a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
But third thing he could have worked on.
That wasn't a red flag?
There are so many red flags I was just blind to. But I learned. Hey, we learned. Yeah.
It's interesting.
But we learn.
Yeah.
And I'm actually grateful for that experience that I had. But the third thing could have been, there's just so many things. Like the list could go on and on.
This is not to downplay, okay? No, I'm just kidding. You like, let's start writing it down.
I have a whole list.
I made notes. Hold
Actually,
Actually, I do have a list on my phone to remind myself not to get back with something like that. So it's like to protect myself and not go through that again.
So name, let's say, 3 to 5 red flags that'll just instantly stop a guy from moving forward with you or getting your number or approaching you. Like if a guy went to approach you, what's 3 things that will just instantly no?
Instantly no.
And then we'll do the reverse for you with the female.
I could say what.
Oh, you can do both.
Too,
I mean,
because
hey.
I get approached by both. So.
Do you want to go first?
I'll just say like it's like one red flag is like your approach for your approach. It's like
Oh yeah, like how you.
how do you come at me? You know, it's like it's a difference between saying, "Hey, little mom, what's your name?"
Sliding in the DMs.
Like something like that is compared to like actually approaching somebody like, hey, I saw you smile. I thought your smile was beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's a way big difference compared to this. So I would say approach is number 1 for me. So if you're coming off with a...
Get those, hey, yo.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Or like the confident, like the niggas that's like too cocky.
Yeah.
So they just
Oh my
know that
God.
they got to get you. I'm like, no. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, I hate
like,
that.
I hate that.
Like, oh, I got this one.
Yeah, like, no, you don't. Like,
They did. Hand you the phone, put your number in.
yeah, like, and they're confident, like, no.
I mean, I love the confidence, but that's not how you
that's
approach
not
somebody.
how you do it. Because how many people are you doing that to?
I know,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like, second red flag. I don't want to be like that.
Hey, we keep it real over here.
Okay, but like, no. You have your flag?
Yeah, I have my red
Okay,
flag.
go ahead.
But like,
That don't get you out of not saying it.
I'm like, no.
You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it real. You can't just throw that out there like you got some shit to say and be like, nah, I'm not. So let's hear it.
I'm just like,
We here for it.
I'm not a visual person, but I'm a visual person.
like
So,
attractiveness?
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
how
it's
they take care
like-
of themselves.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like
Hygiene.
red flag to hygiene, and then it's just like appearance.
Yeah.
Like, do you look like you take care of? Do you care about yourself?
Do you look like you shower?
Like, not even that. Like, you can see a difference. Like, you can see a glow in somebody that's taking care of themselves and somebody who's living every day,
Yeah, lazy.
doing the same thing. You can literally see a difference. But not even that. It's like you got it up. Like you swagged out. You know you got the persona. Like, I like that. But if you the opposite and it's a red flag for me. I don't have my third one. Okay, go ahead.
My red flag is if I can tell that you're lazy and not motivated to go after what you want. Like, this is career-wise. This is, like, just goal-oriented. If I see that you're not, Like that's a red flag for me because like if you're lazy to do this and you can't even do it for yourself, like how would I know like you'd be a good partner for me, like to build with me and grow with me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Especially if you don't know what you want for yourself.
Yeah.
So no motivation.
Like, yeah, I can't take care of myself and you. Like, we got to both work together. I can't take care of a big, like, adult baby.
Feeling like a mother in a relationship is the worst thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah. Another one I could think of is, like, when they brag about what they do for a living. Like, oh, I have so much money. I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I drive this car. I drive that. I do this.
I hate when they do that, but, like, don't
like,
do nothing for you or don't
yeah,
share. And it's like,
humble
I mean,
yourself.
I'm not expecting you, but it's just like, why are you, what's the point of you saying all of this?
Right?
Like, I don't care about how much
Like,
you make.
I don't
like,
care.
Like, let me know you. Like,
well, see,
And didn't once ask you how much
Yeah.
you make because I don't
that's the thing. But with nowadays, though, a lot of women do.
care. That's true. That is
A
true.
lot of women will base it off of.
They'll be
money.
like, don't come for me if you don't even got no money.
Yeah.
That's so true. That is true.
that's
Like,
true.
There's some girls you gotta pay for the conversation.
What?
Like,
No, girls, that's where I feel like the generations come to, and it's really bad for real.
see?
But
And that's coming from.
Yeah.
so like I can, that's some real.
Yeah.
That's real. No, that's
Yeah.
real. So,
Dang.
but I just do think it just still comes off like a cockiness
that
thing.
is a
Like,
cocky
don't just
thing.
be too much. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
got this, I got that, I do this, I do that, but you're not doing nothing for me.
Yeah. Like, we're a partner. Like, we should build each other up. Like, if I happen to be doing better than you, I expect you to, like, come upstairs with me. I mean, not like that, but, like, come up with me, like, get on my level, and then, like, we build each other up. Like, if you're doing better than me, like, I expect you to, like, pick me up, too. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, unfortunately,
I know, yeah.
a lot of women out there aren't like that.
I mean, that makes sense. I get their perspective on
It's
a point
what you
where,
can
like,
do for me, how you can, what you can provide for me. Like, can you give me some money? Can you pay my bills? Can you give me some likes? Can you have clout? Like, so it's about that bag.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, that's right. And
No,
I
you're
feel like
right, you're
it's
right.
like that, especially now because main source is media.
Social
And
media.
social media. So it's just like,
Because you could be whoever you want to be online.
oh, yeah, that's true.
It
Right.
don't, like, just because all these pictures show me with
Yeah.
bags and bags of money
right.
doesn't mean it's real.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also like a lot of females is coming up to male positions. So it's just like, dang, like I'm making just as much bread as you. You know what I mean? So I guess their mindset is like, what can, like you said, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm already doing this for me.
Yeah.
So a lot of females nowadays are getting to that level where they feel like, so even some males feel intimidated by females. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're like,
Because, I mean, in the sense, you're giving off, like, a dominant trait. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Yeah.
Like a masculine vibe.
right.
But, like, I get it. Like, women do want to be taken care of, but it's, like, kind of, like, taking advantage of the dude if you're expecting them to pay for everything.
Yeah, because there's
I've seen that
we've
too.
had
Yeah.
women on the show that there's just
Pay
women
for
out
my
there
nails.
that too, but it's just like they'll be sitting at the house bored, and then they're like, "Damn, it's Friday, I ain't got no plans." I know Tony's been hitting me up forever. I'm
Yeah.
hungry, so let me go get
Let me
a
Tony
meal.
can
Oh,
give me-
my God.
Yeah.
They'll just
Email.
use him just to get out and
Just-
get some food.
Right. Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen
Have no
that, yeah.
intentions of anything, dating, sex, regardless, nothing.
That's so true.
I don't know. That's
And see,
too-
girls have that option. Most guys don't have that option to flip open their phone and be like, okay, there's
Look at my
5.
roster.
Let me
Yeah.
pick her. Let me pick her for tonight.
I don't know, but that shows a lot about yourself. You know, like if you do that, ooh, that's shady.
Yeah. But it all reverts back to they don't
Yeah.
care because it's about the bag. It's what they're getting, that instant gratification.
Yeah, but money's temporary, you know?
No, I mean, I totally agree with you. But it's just,
Yeah.
to me, I think social media kind of,
Brainwashed everybody.
yeah, I mean, for sure, I think it ruined the dating scene.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Like relationships and shit.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
For sure.
But
Yep.
when a guy and you guy or girl,
Uh-huh.
when they approach you, do you prefer to give them your social medias or do you give them your phone number?
I do social media first for safety. because then I could just block them.
No, you can do the same thing with your phone number.
You can, but they have your phone number, and like, I don't know. Some people are crazy.
Depends on the vibe I get. So if I'm like, I'm actually interested, you can get my number.
Yeah.
If I'm like, you just coming to me, even like on networking, or even if it's like serious, like she said, I gotta fill you out. So I give my Instagram out all the time.
Yeah.
I'll give you my IG.
Yeah.
We can go from there.
Me personally, like if I approach a woman, and I would ask for their phone number first.
Yeah.
You give me your social media, then
That's your red flag.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Because it's now in my head, okay, because I know when you open your social media, you have at least 10 to 20 DMs. At least.
Right.
Yeah.
And you probably leave, let's say, 16 to 18 of them unread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might open one or two. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
So it's just like, in my head, I'm like, I'm trying to talk. I'm not trying to compete with all these. It's like a fish in a barrel. Like, I'm not trying to outdo this.
And so, like, what I kind of said kind of confirmed for you, because I'm like, if I felt like it was that, I'm like, yeah, get your number. You know what I mean? And then, so that makes sense.
Yeah, because social media is just, I'm trying to know you personally. Social media to me is not
just what
personal.
you showing everybody else.
That's on
why
the
I can't get to
surface.
see
Like, to me, I'm like, that's just, I'm giving you a free sub.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's true. And I see, I'm not going to lie, I see it like that sometimes. I'm like, yeah, follow me. Here's my Instagram.
Yeah, I'll follow back.
And don't, depending on, let me look at your page. No.
Yeah.
Gave my follower, but for real.
So what do you think makes let's say like a ride or die chick,
Ride or die. Let's see.
someone that's always there for you, someone that's no matter
like
what.
the characteristics, or what do you mean?
Characteristics.
Okay. Definitely loyalty. I think you could tell when somebody has your back. Ride or die. Ride or die. I don't think she would ever ask for money from you. Like, she got her own, like, she could take care of herself. If she could take care of herself, then she has room to, like, have a partner and be able to take care of you too. But at the same time, like, you need to show that you're able to take care of yourself, you know? Because it's a partnership. Like, you're not trying to take care of somebody. I don't know if that made sense. It made sense in my head.
Yeah.
Like when I was saying it in my head.
Yeah. What I was
It
actually
sounded
saying.
legit as fuck.
Yeah.
But now that I'm saying it.
I know. When I say it out loud, I don't know if that made sense.
Ride or die, like someone, like she said, loyalty. It's like through the ups and downs, that's somebody who you can still depend on, somebody you could trust.
Someone who respects you. Behind your back, too.
Right, that's big.
Yeah.
I think that's really big. It's just like, who are you behind my back? Like, what's your real loyalty towards me?
Yeah.
And if it's also ride or die is if it's equal. So, because it could be one person is not the same as, so then that's not your ride or die, because that person's not going to die for you at the end of the day.
Someone could be doing more for the other person.
That
loving
part.
more.
Right. So reciprocated energy
more.
is very big. Reciprocated energy. Just that person, even if it's a best friend, your grandma, whoever it is, like just having that ride or die, that person you could talk to, trust, and build with. I think that's
your go-to.
Your ride or die.
So how rare do you think loyalty is these days?
Rare to me.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how rare. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to find it. Like that's
you
how
can't
rare
just like
it
walk
is.
outside and find somebody that's loyal like that.
Like, is your social circle or your group of friends, is it big or small?
I would say, like, my close friends, I have a small circle.
How many would you say?
Like, my go-tos, ride or die, I would say I have, like, 2 best friends. And my sister, she's my best friend, too. My parents got my back.
How many? Same question to you.
Yeah, I got a small circle.
Yeah.
I got a small circle. I mess with a couple people. Like I got a couple friends.
About how many? Would you say is
like when I say like
close?
Somebody, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go out to eat, and I can text somebody. Like literally, I would probably say two, 3 people. I'm not.
If it's like 2:00 in the morning, you got a flat tire,
and you need to call somebody.
You need to call somebody. How many people would show up for you?
Right now, I'm gonna say about maybe 3, probably 2 to 3. I'm for real.
Out of a group of how many?
Friends.
We got a lot of friends, but like
yeah,
on that
I'm
level.
like associates and friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, I think I have gotten to that point where I was just like, that's not a friend. Like it's not a friend. So it's just like I only got a couple, 2, 3. My circle's small.
How about you? 2:00, tire blowout. You're like, damn, I gotta call somebody. Who gonna answer and come help you?
My mom.
Your friends, not your
my
parents.
Oh, okay.
Parents better answer. Like
my best friend. My best friend, because I have 2 best friends, but I know one of them like would sleep through that phone call. They would not answer. Their phone's on silent.
Wake up at like 7. You still there? I'll be on my way right now.
At least I'll be on the way.
Yeah. So you think loyalty is like real rare?
Very rare. For me, yeah. Friendships too, like it's hard finding, like you're asking about the circle, and it's like it's hard finding the loyal friends, like that ride or dies. It's hard finding that. So I think it's a rare thing.
And you skipped a question.
What question?
Because I didn't forget.
What question?
About your ex. You never said what put him in the friend zone.
Oh.
And what took him out of the friend zone. That's true. I was just gonna let you think you forgot.
Yeah, actually, I did forget. Okay, what took him out of the friend zone?
I think she did. She said he was flirting with her.
Yeah. He was flirting with me.
She said he was flirting with her in the very beginning.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we were like so young and dumb, like.
But there had to be something that you're
brought
like,
him out. Like, okay,
he's a friend. He's just a friend. And then there has to be something where you're like, maybe.
Like, what made you?
I might be able to see myself with him. Like, there has to be something.
Yeah, that's
because if it wasn't, then you would have just been from the jump.
That's a good question.
So since we were young and dumb, he was like the first guy that I saw that knows how to cook. So, like, we're Filipino, so, like, he was able to cook rice, he was able to cook eggs, and, like,
the 2 things
sausage,
most people burn.
like, the simple, like, simple things, not just, like, noodles and soup.
Yeah. So you were like, I see potential.
Yeah, like,
you can cook.
Yeah, you can cook, yeah. Oh, and he took care of his little sister. So I was like, ooh, that's, like,
that's big.
Father figure, kind of, like, he got potential to be a good partner and father.
So, what would put someone in the friend zone?
What would put someone in the friend zone?
Like when guys approach you, what is your determining factor where you're like, okay, yeah, he's probably just gonna be a friend?
I gotta think about that.
What about you?
Friend zone.
What about you?
You at the end of the show, that's when you guys get to ask me.
Okay. I would say friend zone maybe our mindsets. Like if I'm like, okay, I could see that this won't work out like as a relationship because just of our mindset. But I'm like, but you a cool ass person, we can be friends. Like, I think that's like my number one friend zone. I mean, and then also like of course attractiveness. Like if you're not that cute to me, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, I'm putting you in my friend zone. Yeah. And it's hard to do that sometimes, because like sometimes you really do want to be friends with people, but
I mean, to go anywhere, sex, relationship, anything. I mean, you have to be especially a relationship. you have to be attracted to the person.
them. Yeah,
That's true.
So,
Like, you're not gonna walk up to a guy that you're not attracted to and ask for his number, hoping he has a good personality.
right? No, for real.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, if an ugly guy came up to you and was like, "Hey, can I get your number?" You're not gonna give it to him. Like,
Right.
he looks like he might have a good
Maybe he has
personality.
a good personality though. Like, no, I'm
It's
looking
not-
at
it's
you.
not-
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
So that's like, yeah,
no.
my number one friend zone. I ain't gonna lie, is attractive. Like, we could be friends. I just don't see us being together.
Just come over here.
Don't try to do that again.
That's true though.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I agree with the attractiveness. Friend zone. I'm still thinking. Like, I don't know why nothing's popping in my head.
Do you honestly think guys and girls can be friends?
I think so, as long as they keep that boundary. Like there could be relationships where they for sure know they're going to be friends. Like, they're not trying to get at you. The minute I know that you're trying to get at me, I cut that off. Like, you can't be my friend. Because there's, like, intentions behind that, you know? Like, you're just waiting for your open opportunity, you know?
What would be the difference in, like,
Just to let you know, that's every guy friend
what?
waiting for that opportunity.
Okay, so I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. So what would be the difference in, like, having a friend that, you know, you guys just met at the bar, and it was a group of you guys, and it's another friend, guy friend or whatever, and you guys been talking for a couple months, friends, right? And then you started seeing the little flirting, whatever. You're like, okay, cut off. What's the difference between maybe a 3-year friend, like, you've been friends with this guy for 3 years, and then all out of nowhere he, like, tries to make a move or something? It's like
Most guys, friends,
mm-hmm.
they'll test the waters. So they'll
In the beginning.
in the beginning. So they'll see how far they can go.
Well, yeah.
So I'll see, I'll put my arm around your waist or see how far I can get before you're
Right.
like, hey, we're just friends. It's like, okay, I know my limits now. So now they'll play the part of just being a friend.
Yeah,
and then, let's say you're having trouble with your significant other.
yeah,
You're going to go to your friend.
right.
So now you're telling him all the problems, all the issues that this other guy did. Like, oh, man, he's doing this. It's pissed me off. So now he knows what not to do.
Yeah.
So right when he gets that door could be cracked just that much. And it's like, okay, cool.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you have to go to somebody else and not that person that you need to fix the problem with.
Like, do you have a male best friend?
Yeah, but he has a wife. Like, he's married, and, like, there's no interest in that. And he's older and more mature. Yeah.
So you don't think if
No.
one day you were just on some I'm drunk, blah, 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 and he...
Nope.
You're not going to tell what you would call, right?
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
No.
What about you?
Yeah, no.
Like your closest male friend that you have, unless he's gay, your closest male friend that you have that you consider, it's my male friend, he the homie, he's just a homie. You don't think if he had the opportunity, he'll take it?
Gosh. Like, I can't even say no. I honestly can't. But I guess that's just because, I don't know, because it's like, I would say I rejected him so many times.
And he's still there, right?
Yeah.
I heard that guys would, like, wait years for that opportunity. Like,
But,
even
like,
that little door crack.
I'm thinking, like,
Yeah,
of
'cause,
my friend, because my friend, we've been
They're
friends
still
for
going to
so
be living their
long.
life. They're still going to do what they do because
Yeah.
in both your guys' heads, we're friends. So you're not going to get mad if, say we're friends. You're not going to get mad if I'm dating this chick, dating that chick, dating this chick.
Because we're friends.
Yeah.
But let the opportunity come to where you open the door and I have a chance to walk through it.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm going to walk through the door.
I mean, it makes sense because, like, I feel like it's harder for guys to get at the other person.
That's a first.
You know what I mean?
Most women that come in here think that girls have it harder.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I mean, I agree with you, but most of them think it's harder for women.
I want to say, like, we have the call. Like, it's our choice if we want to or not.
Yeah.
And it's a little easier for us, whereas the guys, like, I feel like they get rejected a lot.
Because you think about, like we were just talking about with the DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wake up to 20 DMs in the morning.
Yeah.
And you look at 18, or you don't look at 18 of them, you look at 2 of them. That's 18 guys that just got passed by for whatever reason.
Right.
Most, like nowadays, most girls are going after the same guys, and most guys are sleeping with the same circle of women.
I see that too.
Because all, like, not saying you two, but majority of the women, they're going after that like 1% type of guy. 6 foot plus, making
right
80 to 100 grand a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, just all the good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tell you is what you want. You know what I mean? So all the women are going for that. That gives the men the power in that sense, because now they get to pick and choose. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But all you guys are fighting over the same group of 10 people type of deal.
Right.
That's what social media kind of created now with the what's that word? The high value man.
I see what you mean. I don't know. I feel like that's their personal preference, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's what they want. That's fine. But they could be possibly like passing up on a good person.
No, I mean, I agree. That's why I say that's the problem, because like you two, how you guys are talking and saying how you guys date men or women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys seem like you have a head on your shoulder. You're not going off of what social media tells you that you're supposed to be going after. Right. So to me, you guys wouldn't be the majority. You guys would be the minority that actually go off of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, have morals and requirements and stuff like that.
I mean, we got our standards.
Right.
But see, a lot of women don't. Only standard they have is clout,
what I like,
money.
What I'm attracted to. This is what I want. That's what I'm gonna try to get.
Like, it looks good.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that kind of makes them selfish, because they're thinking about themselves and like how it benefits them. Like, like, he has money, cool, he could pay for everything, or like, oh, he has a nice car. Like, wow, we're gonna look so nice with all these fancy clothes and whatever. Like,
And like, because most women, actually all women, especially nowadays, all you guys literally have to do is pretty much just take a picture and post it.
That's true.
And you're going to have 10 to how many ever guys, you could wake right up out of bed. Oh, it's my wake up face. And you're going to get 10 to 100 likes just off of that. Now, imagine if you dress sexy or you're in a bikini or something like that. Let me wake up and take my wake up face. Get 1 like, maybe 2 likes type of deal. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, there's some guys.
You guys can pick and choose. Guys kind of like, okay, hopefully I get a DM today.
Yeah,
you know like we get what comes to us. You guys could pick and choose.
Yeah.
Guys don't nowadays. Guys don't have that option, and it's even like all women, because like years back, nothing against the bigger women, but they weren't this confident. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't take a picture.
Yeah.
Now they got OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, that like falls back on social media and like what they portray as like what looks good, and like, wow, like you have all these things, like you have all this in your relationship, he's buying you all that, like you must be well taken care of, like. But at the same time, like behind the phone, behind the camera, like, are you guys actually really happy?
Yeah.
You know, like, is he truly taking care of you, or is it front, like just on Instagram? Like, is it really just for show, or is he truly like behind the scenes?
How many relationships you think are out there that are like that are just for
show
and they're not?
I know a lot. Yeah.
Personally, you know a lot.
Yeah, because I had a friend. They were in a toxic relationship, like so bad. Like she would come crying to me about every argument. Mm-hmm. But like on social media, they're like kissing, hugging, like, oh my gosh, I love you so much, you know?
So
like
to the world, they want to look like
to the world, they look like the perfect couple, but
door closes and
they're arguing. They hate each other. They're gonna rip each other's heads off.
Pull up this. You just posted this 2 minutes ago. You guys were smiling.
Mm-hmm. Like, we went out for her birthday and we caught COVID, but like we were standing strong. Like we didn't catch COVID when it first came out in 2020. So we went out for her birthday. Like this was like 2 years later, and we all caught COVID. I was quarantined, and she calls me and she's crying to me. I'm like, what happened now? And like they couldn't even stay a week together. Damn. Not even a week, like few days. Like
they didn't live together before that?
No, they did live together, but like just quarantine, like they couldn't go out or anything. Like they're stuck.
Now they had to be by each other.
They couldn't stand each other. So I'm like, what kind of relationship is that? Like when you grow old, like you're stuck together. Like you're not working.
And then when you're older, you're more annoying. So
exactly. Like you have really all the time.
Really right.
Yeah. So I'm like, how much more when you're older and you know you don't work, you're retired, like you're stuck together. Like, that's not good.
Yeah, that's true. What about you?
What was the question? We were talking about something about... For real. Somebody answered.
Now she made me forget.
I know, I forgot the question.
For real. Right. We were kind of going on. I think it was something about, like, closed behind... behind closed doors.
Arguing behind closed doors, but like on social media, it looks like a perfect relationship.
Like, have I seen that? Yeah, I have.
Do you know any person?
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
there's a lot.
And I think once upon a time, I tried to be that.
You tried to be that?
I saw somebody and I was like, ooh, we would be perfect together. And just because of looks type shit. Just because of what they did type shit. And what I did type shit. So I'm like, this is going to be good type shit.
So what did they do that made you like, okay?
It was just so bad. Like, no, it was like very toxic. Like, it was toxic. Yeah. And so it was just like, but it was like times where, you know, they would try to convince me like, it's small. Yeah, but I'm like,
not a big issue.
Yeah, not a big issue. But then, so I'm like, me being like belittled, I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then trying to get happy and then take our pictures and da-da-da-da. But it's just like, in reality, I'm like, wait, no.
Yeah.
So what type of toxic stuff were they doing?
Oh. Like.
She said, oh.
You know.
I got a list, too. Let me.
Like, okay. Not just, like, constant. And we weren't, I can't say we were together. We were not together at this. We weren't together. We were dating, so we weren't together. But just, like, going back to the ex. And
you were them.
Oh. Like just going back to the ex and then like but then telling me something else or then like that person I just know that person was she was a narcissist and so everything that lined up that she did it was just very negative. It was very bad. She had times where she was jealous of me like doing her sister's hair. Like something like that would like make her mad because why are you making time for my sister but not making time for me? Like something like that, like deep stuff. And I'm like, and just me like being like, like feeling like this person has so much control over me. I'm just like going through the motions or whatever. But it's like I'm still trying to be like, oh, but we're cute together. We've been through. Then I like once you start putting all these shit together, like you know what? It's not even. The image is not worth it at all. Like, the image is definitely not worth it. I don't care how cute you look. Yeah. How you acting is not cute. And I think that's where I started, like, you feel me? But I've seen it, of course. I've seen it in other relationships. But I can point out that one time where I was like, dang, like, I low-key was putting myself in that position, too, where I was like, okay, we look cute. Oh, well, let's post.
I would say.
But it's just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I was at that 1.2, like with my ex-boyfriend that I was with for 4 years that cheated on me. We would argue a lot. But like we would be out at like an event, like family, like outing to like a restaurant or something.
Like the same day?
Actually my birthday. Like he was not afraid to yell at me on my birthday because he said I was like being too cocky on my birthday.
Would he yell at you in front of you like your family and shit?
His parents and his sister. Like we were in the car and I was like so embarrassed. But like on social media, I'm like, I'm having a great birthday.
Yeah.
You know, like how sad is that?
Right. No, for real, it's like that. That's
Man, this chick tripping, man.
right.
But you learn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's life, though. A lot of people, because of social media,
Yeah.
close, like
So what do you
closed
think
doors.
makes a woman stick around in a toxic relationship?
History, like how long they've been
History
together.
or like boredom?
I think.
No, for real. That's
Yeah.
a thing.
I'm bored. Fuck it.
Like nobody else is like, this is the person that's calling me every day. This
Yeah.
is the person I get to talk to. This is the person that sometimes cares about me. Like, you know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Like, so you're getting
What's
this
today?
attention.
Wednesday? Nah, he don't care about
You're
me
getting this
today.
attention from somebody.
We'll be back and we'll be good by Friday.
Yeah.
Even if you do get in an argument,
5 p.m.
even if you do have a debate or whatever it is, you're getting this attention from somebody. You're used to this person.
Yeah.
This is who you're talking to every day. Da, 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 da. You don't. Some people don't know right from wrong. So the toxic is what they know. And even when the toxic goes away, that's all you knew. So
Yeah.
you're like, well, I want you. I still want it because that's all they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they do know that it's not good for them, sometimes they don't know how to get away from it.
That's true. They don't know how to get out.
And toxic, the person who is toxic is very good at keeping that person too.
Manipulating you.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And females are we're very like,
Excuse me.
I don't want to say like, because nowadays females be having a strong mind, but
Having that ice box where that heart used to be.
I'm going. Yeah, I can't even say. Yeah, that's true.
Man.
That's true.
I also want to say like, well, I want to say like they may have not experienced enough. Like that's like back on what she said. Like that's all they know, but like it could be because like since they've been together for so long and like they haven't experienced anything else with that person. Like they might have like gone on trips and like spent like birthdays and met their family. Like because of all that, like all those that factor in why they're like possibly together is like maybe what's keeping them or whoever's trying to get out, like they're stuck, if that makes sense. Like because they had maybe like these milestones, like we got a car together, we got a dog together, we got a house together, like
Attachment.
that. Yeah.
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 Like the dog. Who's taking the dog?
Yeah. Poor dog.
She said, poor dog.
Poor
It's,
dog.
it's like always like that.
Yes. You know.
And then sometimes, like, one or the other just take it just on some spite shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even care about the dog.
I
I
don't
just
even
don't
care.
want you to have it.
Yeah.
No, for real. That is some real shit.
Like, chill, bro. Chill.
Damn. That's so sad.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh,
Like those
dog.
commercials when they come on, you're looking like, oh man, I guess I'll donate a. Let's see. Give me 3 to 5 red flags when you're going through a guy's or girl's social media that you're just like, okay, nah.
They're following who they follow.
Who they follow?
Yeah, like if it's all like not models, but like, you know, like showing their or, you know, their butt, like
You can say ass.
ass. I don't know what I can and can't say
You
on
can say
here.
whatever the fuck you want to say on this goddamn shit. That clears everything up for you.
Right.
Yeah, like OnlyFans or like those robot social medias, like who they follow, like that's a red flag. Like you gotta like, is there anything else you could follow? Like family, friends, like something motivational. I don't know. Like, that's all you see, just boobs and ass, like a pretty face. That's all you got. And then that like ties in like with how I feel like they are, you know, like what you see and feed your brain.
Makes sense.
You know?
What about yourself?
Red flags and social media. I would say like probably following too, but I never get too serious to where I'm care about who.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just my mindset. I'm like, yeah, no, for real. Like, but maybe like how much attention you're getting. So like all the comments, like if it's like, okay, this is too many females, like why are all these people giving you hard eyes? Like what's really good? You know, maybe that's like a red flag. But also,
what if he's not commenting back? They're just commenting. Because you can't stop him.
Yeah, that's different, right? That's different. But
now, if he's
it's like
there liking all the most,
like liking the comments, and you reacting to these people. Like, I don't know, like
you hearted her, but you didn't heart him. What's up with that?
What's up with that? But yeah, really not too much. Not really too much red flags. If you don't have nothing on your social media, that's a red flag. If you have too much, that's a red flag. What if somebody has no picture? Ooh, that's different.
Green flag.
I don't know.
Social media?
You don't know. I'm just kidding. No.
I don't know.
I like people who don't have. I've met a couple people who don't have social media. I like people who don't have social media.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like
I mean,
they're literally regular as people just don't know what's going on. Like as much as we do.
I know everything. I don't have social media,
which is a good thing. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm like, I mean, I don't watch TV.
Like, I don't either.
I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies.
Like, I just can't get into it. Like, I've never been a picture taken, get a selfie type of guy. So I don't. Why am I going? I mean, I have one for like the podcast and everything like that. But personal.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's too much drama.
Yeah, especially if it's not like doing. I feel like if you're not, for me, like business. Social media is kind of my business. So
yeah,
it's just like,
I agree.
That's why I'm big on it. But I really honestly don't need it like that.
Yeah.
I've done social media fast before.
Social media fast?
Yeah, so you just, however long you want to take a break from social media, you take that break.
Yeah.
Interesting. Never heard that before.
I take breaks too off social media. Like if I feel burnt out or like overwhelmed, like it's hard to keep up with everything.
What gets you to that point where you're like, fuck, I'm done with this shit for right now?
I know my last time I did it, it was